Over 7 months of ASUU strike and Nigerian students are left to face the brunt. The deliberation continues with little or no sign of succor. We asked Nigerians to tell us what they would have done differently if they were President Buhari. Come with us. If you are Mr. President, how would you resolve the ASUU strike?
I would just like work in hand with the Ministry of Education and get to know what is the source of the problem. At least that conscience to be in his heart to like reason and place himself in their shoes to like, okay, since this is our children we're talking about, we should find a way
to pay us, because if you don't pay them, they are not going to resume now. So you get, and those lecturers, they have children, they have bills that they are paying, and some of them is only this lecture they are doing. So you get, so I think you have to pay them and let them resume back. Then everybody should be happy too.
And I'm a victim of ASUU strike. I'm equally a student. So if I were to be the president, I also put the blame on ASUU chairman. They want money for the few months that they have not worked for, which is going to be difficult for the president.
Problem cannot be solved one-sided. It requires a mutual understanding. We have to prevail on them to understand the present economic situation and then appeal to their understanding and conscience.
I'll first attend to the students before any other thing, before any other political. So you can't be keeping students at home for almost 7 months, and you want the election to go on, be it February 2023. So for me, I'll first attend to it.
That is just the best way. Whatever being the demand of the lecturers, I will make sure I will forfeit every other thing to make sure I meet up to their demand, so that everybody, all the students, can go back to school. That is just the best way to go about it.
The problem is that the leadership of this country has not prioritized education. ASUU strike can be resolved in one day. The simple thing is to meet the demand of ASUU. Pay them what you have agreed with them, and the schools will resume. And then, if possible, if the federal government feels that they can no longer be able to support education, let them sit down and come up with policies that will either give the tertiary institutions to states or private individuals.
I'll make sure I put people in place. I'm appointed to be president. The first thing I will do, I'll look for people that are credible, people that can push this country forward.
If I'm the president, I have to relate with the Ministry of Labour, the Minister of Education, and other relevant stakeholders, and even the ASUU executives themselves. We have to come to a roundtable meeting and find a way to resolve this issue, because every nation's building depends on the strength of the education. It's not even all about ASUU. This is something the government should take as their core responsibility in nation building.
For more on Voices from the Streets, visit ripples.nigeria.com. Without borders, without fears.